Welcoming you to the Limitless Show.
I'm here right now at Life Hub schools. I'm going to say that prophetically because I believe that it's going to open all across India and across the world. So I'm very excited about it. And I believe that God is about to send people of God into different areas of influence, like entertainment, business, into education. And I believe especially what we're doing here at Life Hub is going to transform the education system of India as a whole. And you can hear it's noisy because it's all kids in the school, but it's an amazing, amazing place. I'm going to take you for a quick tour of this entire school and show you why you should be a part of the school. And I'm self-proclaiming and self-naming myself as the ambassador of the school. So I'm excited about this. It's going to change the lives of many kids across the world. I wish that I had a school like this while growing up. I would have done far more for God than I am doing right now. So I want to quickly welcome the person who had the vision, who had the dream, who put it together. I want you to welcome Pastor Jesudian, an amazing man of God, a man with this vision. God put this in his heart. And, it's so beautiful, connect, create, and cultivate. I'm so excited about this. I'm telling you, it's absolutely amazing when I see people of God get into these realms. Because I believe the minute we step in, it's like the Israelites entering the promised land. That's what I see this as, because as long as they were in the wilderness, there was no fight. Yeah. God provided. God sent the ravens. God sent this. God sent manna. God sent all kinds of things to take care of the Israelites. But then there came a point when God brought them to the promised land. And when they came to the promised land, there were Amalekites, there were the Canaanites, there were the Jebusites. There were all these guys in the land who were like giants. And they themselves said, oh, we look like grasshoppers in our own sight, that's why so are we in theirs. And because of that, they didn't have the faith that God could use them to drive out those people. So a lot of people say, the wealth of the wicked, will come to the righteous. No, that's a misquoted scripture. The Bible actually says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. That means the just have to step out and go and take what belongs to us, just the way the Israelites did with the land of Canaan. So in the same way, I believe that God has brought you to this position, to this place of reforming the education system, because it's almost like you are going into the land flowing with milk and honey, and you're going to drive out the Amalekites, the Jebusites. You're going to drive out all these people from the land, and you're going to possess the education system of India. So I believe this is the first step towards that. I'm so excited about what God is doing here. I just quickly want you to tell the people what this school is about, and how you see this transforming the education system of India.
Hello everyone, it's such a wonderful opportunity to have you here. It's a pleasure and a privilege always to have you.
It's my honor.
As we all know, kids and young people are the wealth of a nation,
Absolutely.
of any nation, and we need a system that, somebody said like this: let's not put our kids into the school that we build. Let's build the schools around the kid, right? So, because so far we have put the kids into the schools we have built,
right?
For whatever reason we have built.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, education has become a business today. and it is too rigid. Curriculum is rigid. Everything is towards getting a job. What's the first thing the teacher tells you? If you don't study well,
you don't get a good job.
You don't get a good job. So right from the beginning, we train their mind to work for somebody else.
Right.
We don't work around them. What's in their heart. Bring the entrepreneur out of them.
Yeah.
Bring the passion out of them. So this is about really building a school or a structure or an educational institution around the passion of the kid. So what interests the kid? So what's the problem with the current system is the rigidity of the structure.
Right.
The rigid curriculum,
Yeah.
the rigid teaching methodology, and the rigid assessment.
Right.
If everybody doesn't learn the same way at the same speed, then you're called a failure.
Right.
But I've got two kids. Both of them are very different.
Yeah, but one excels in something, the other excels in something else.
And the way I talk to them, my own kids, has to be different. It has to be different. I can't treat them the same way. How can I treat all 40 kids the same way?
Exactly.
So that's the failure of the current system, where we mass produce kids in a particular way,
Right.
in an assembly line kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because we have standardized everything.
Right.
Standardized teaching methodology, standardized curriculum, standardized test. So we want to personalize the whole thing.
Right.
That's the only difference. Move from standardization to personalization.
Right.
We are customizing the app, customizing the way you sit in the car, you're customizing everything.
But not the school.
Yeah,
The sad thing is, the schools have been the same for over 200 years and nothing has changed about it. And I feel this is going to be the reform to change the way we do schooling, change the way we do education. Because it's been the same for too long. And I believe in everything we are supposed to bring a change. And one of the things that if I put it in a long story short, if I put it out like this, I actually skipped school at 7th grade. Okay? That's the truth about my life. I skipped school at 7th grade. I got into ministry. I learned business by watching other business people. That's how I built everything. I self-taught myself. Education is important, but not the education that we're giving to kids to be slaves to work under somebody.
because kids learn all the time.
Exactly.
Kids learn from the moment they come out of the mother's womb.
Yeah.
They learn to walk, they learn to talk, they learn so many things.
Yeah.
And then we put them into school.
Yeah,
they stop learning.
Absolutely.
And they start learning once evening.
That's the sad thing. School becomes a place where people stop learning, and that's the saddest thing. And then if I put it across like this, let me put it across like this. This place is a place where children are encouraged to pursue their passions, their dreams, and what they want to do. When you see a child that you meet for the first time, every kid has a big dream. I've never met a kid with a small dream ever in my life. But as they grow up, society gets to them, education system gets to them, and pulls them and drags them down to a point where they completely kill their dreams and just become a robot that works a 9-to-5 job. But this place is different. This place not only encourages their passion, but also creates the opportunities that are needed for the child to excel in that particular area that the child feels compelled towards and the child feels the love towards. Because you will only excel in something that you love. I love this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. In one of the chapters it says this, and I love this about this whole thing. And I believe that this is going to help you as well as you think about this. Because I want people watching me, if you're in and around Chennai, I want you to come and be a part of this school. I want you to bring your children here. If you honor my word as a man of God, let me tell you, there is no better school for your children than this one here. If you want your children to grow and be successful more than you are. Let me tell you, you know about me. I do everything with excellence. There is nothing that I do without excellence. And I'm telling you something about this place. This place is done in excellence. And I promise you, when you put your children here, you will see them grow. They will grow. They'll be nurtured in the things that they love and in the things of God. And not just that, they're going to continue to grow and then be given the opportunities that they need to actually follow their dreams. I saw kids today in the school who were trying to do comic books. I saw kids today who are doing aerodynamics. I saw kids today, doing editing, graphic designing. There's a 3D printer. It's a place filled with creativity. And I wish I went to a school like this. So we're going to quickly take you for a quick tour and show you what the school looks like. Then we'll go to the first floor, then the second floor. I'll take you to the whole place, but it's going to be absolutely awesome. So just follow me and stay tuned. Let's start here, shall we?
Yeah, sure. I want to get inside the place. Oh yeah, for sure. All right.
This is the play area that we have here. Isn't that beautiful? Kids can just enjoy themselves. That's Pastor Desiree and son, okay? Let me tell you this. Generally, the sad thing is when somebody starts a cool school, they don't put their own kids into that school because they know the quality is not good. But he put his own son into the school. That means he believes in the vision. So I think it's going to be awesome. Let me take you to a quick tour. I want you to come with me as we do this. So welcome to the ball pit. Yeah. Heck yes. Yeah. Ball pit. And then we keep going. Pastor Tiffany will join me as we climb up. That's so much fun.
You know, Shan, what do you like about Life Up?
Oh yeah, she tells us that. What do you like about Life Up? Play area. You like this? Okay. That's the favorite part of this place. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, she said she likes me. I like you too. Mwah.
Okay. Oh, you like me too. Oh, I like you too. Nobody likes you. Everybody likes me.
So here in this, we are very religious about playing.
Okay.
We believe kids learn by playing.
Yeah.
Everything they learn in the early years, they learn by
I'm gonna come there now.
So we are very religious about playing. Usually in the traditional school,
Yeah.
the PT period is taken for a ride.
Right.
Everybody wants to borrow the PT period.
Right.
Here we religiously protect the PT period.
Nice. I wish I was in school. Alright, I'm going that way. Come. You lead the way.
I don't think you can go that way. Just go this way.
Alright, you guys go and I'll join you guys. Go.
You are coming out?
I'm coming, of course I'm coming. What do you mean I'm coming? I think you probably might need to go around and catch me there at the end of the slide.
See you.
I'm coming. Oh my god. This one's fun. I wish I could do this all day.
Alright, I got it. Don't worry. Get it. Yes, slide. He's going to
Alright. Let's do this. Alright, you go first. I'll join you. Okay, go. So my point being, it's a great school. It's a great school. So your kids have a great play area. I just took you through like a whole tour. Let's go upstairs. Bye, I love you too. I love you more. Yeah, I'm good with kids. But yeah, see, it's amazing play area. It's absolutely safe. I mean, if it would take my weight, I promise you could take any of those kids' weights. Alright, let's go to the learning area.
Just tell them if we are just 10%. Sam?
That's okay. Alright. Let's continue the tour. Tell me.
But tell them that you're left, it might lose the sound.
Yeah, we might lose you for a second, but we'll be right back. So don't worry about it if it goes off for a second. So welcome to the creative area of the school.
Montessori space.
It's called the Montessori space. Why don't you quickly explain what is it about?
So, see, Montessori, there is this wonderful lady called Dr. Maria Montessori, the late 18th century, that devised this wonderful methodology of teaching for the kids because she believes the kids learn by absorbing. Right? The first 3 years, especially, the early years, we learn by absorbing things in the atmosphere. So everything has to be sensorial.
Correct.
So that's why they have made all these things. For example, I don't know whether you remember learning the ones place, tens place,
of course,
mathematics.
Yeah.
So this one bead is ones place, and 10 of these beads
would be tens place.
Yeah.
Okay.
And 10 of these tens
together
is 100.
This is 100.
And 10 of these things is 1,000.
So see that? It's the tesseract. Okay.
So not only with we're teaching them these mathematical of space, ones, tens.
Yeah.
Now we're saying a dot, a line, a square, and a cube.
Because mathematics is all about, if you know great mathematicians, one thing you know about them is whenever they look at an object, they think in maths, okay? And whenever they look at math, they think in objects. But a lot of people fail in math because of the fact that they cannot think in objects and the space of the object. That's what math is all about. But here's the thing, they're creating visual and physical learning of mathematics, which changes the way you learn mathematics. And if I wish I could do that, if I had this opportunity, I think I'd be a mathematics genius by now. So
Yeah.
which I am not, just say.
And this, all of you know, this formula A plus B whole square.
Yeah, A plus B whole square, we know this.
Right. But how they teach here is, you have the square. So it's a square of one size, A, this is another square,
Right.
Another size, B, A square, B square, and one size is A, the other size is B, which is one AB.
Right.
And two of those. So you have an A square, B squared, and two ABs.
Right. So again, see, it's a physical way of being taught instead of the same old theories that they walk. You see an old teacher just scribbling on the board, and you're like, "Did you get it, children?"
And make them by heart the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
We are going to, once they get this thing, nothing wrong in by heart.
It took me till I think 5th or 6th grade till I found out what 2 1s are, what 2 2s are. I just by hearted it, and I just would say it the whole time. But then I understood, okay, 2 1s. That means if you put 2 1s together, it becomes, So I had to learn that much later, but because everything is all by hearting in India, and this changes that education system here. So it's all about sound, touch, sensorial based teaching, which changes the way you actually communicate and learn. And
That's what these kids are doing right
that's what the kids are doing right now. Look at this. That's Lavi. That's Pastor Jessudian's wife, the most amazing lady on the planet. I don't like Pastor Jessudian that much. I like her more. But why don't you just quickly tell them what we're doing here?
Yeah. So here now, Nathan is doing the number rods. So
how does the number rod work?
So this is 1.
Right.
So they have to put
2 of those together.
Yeah, and they have to put the symbol near it.
So they have that number to the concept of size and quantity.
Right, I got it. Okay.
Right.
This is the tens bow, and so the kids they actually take and they learn with this. So this is 10. So he's on each 10 here.
Okay.
20, 30, 40. So they actually get to see that 90 is bigger than 10.
Where's the 4? Yeah, because generally we just see 4. Yeah. But then they know the quantity physically in their hand, so it's easier for them to calculate everything else. So that's how this actually works. They work on their sensory skills to hone their mathematical skills. You got a 4, there you go, saw that. So this is where they learn math, and this is how they learn math. So isn't that absolutely epic? And then let's go into this room quickly.
And the name of the class is called Spartans there.
That's called Spartans. Okay, nice.
And they are ninjas.
They're ninjas. Okay. So what are our ninjas doing today? Say hi.
Hi!
So tell us what you're doing here today.
I'm building a house and rainbow with clouds.
Nice. You like art? You like painting?
Yeah. I like
You like it very much.
Our class. What's your project that you're working on?
video games.
Okay.
You're working on video gaming.
Yeah.
So you're learning how to make video games. How old are you?
8.
He's 8 years old and he's already learning how to make video games at this school. People think that children can't learn until a particular age, but he's already learning how to code, how to create a video game, how to create a virtual world, and all that stuff already at this age. Can you imagine that? And that's what this school does. That's the importance of this school. That's why I'm encouraging people to be a part of it. Now, how they can grow and hone their skills that they're actually fond of. Like he loves video games, so he's learning how to make video games while he's studying. So, what's your project? What's your project?
My project is editing, and one day I need to do 1 day of Life Hub.
Nice. He wants to be an editor, and one day he wants to make the videos for Life Hub.
No, he's editing on a project called 1 Day at Life Hub.
1 day, he's actually editing the project right now. So you have a camera and everything?
He's learning editing.
Okay.
We're going to give him footage. He's learning editing.
Okay, nice. So you're going to put that whole thing together for him.
Yeah, and this is my rainbow.
And what are you working on?
I'm working on baking. I love to bake.
You love to bake?
You love to bake. So she's learning how to bake. One's learning how to do video games. The other one is learning how to edit. The other one is learning how to bake. So each kid loves to do their own thing, but they get an opportunity to hone those skills. And not just that, they also study, but the focus is not just study like the usual, Indian way of schooling. But they're studying at the same time, they're doing their side projects, which are helping them grow and focus on the things that they love to do. And eventually, Life Hub is going to actually provide, with partnership with me, provide even opportunities for them to go out into the actual field and do the stuff that they love doing. That's what they're doing. One's learning how to create video games, the other one's learning how to edit, the other one's learning how to bake. So every kid is doing their own thing. And then eventually, since I'm connected very well to the film industry, we're even going to create opportunities for kids to be able to go into the real life world and learn from the professionals. So it's absolutely awesome. Let's continue.
So we're going to the maker space now.
Now we're going to the maker's space. That's what we're calling it, the maker's space. So these are all the kids working on the stuff that they want to make. So let me quickly introduce Kishore. Your name? Azaruddin and Ida. So we have everybody here, and let's quickly talk about this. So Kishore, what are we doing there right now?
He's working on a flight simulator.
He's working on a flight simulator.
He's just being taught how to ride an helicopter. So you can learn about the aerodynamics and the controls, everything he can learn in a virtual world.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's already started to learn a little bit about how to, to ride a helicopter and all that kind of stuff. And so this is all real stuff, and we have like a 3D printer there. And this whole place is a creative space where kids can actually hone all their skills that they want to grow up to do eventually. So tell me a little about yourself.
Yeah. So I finished my undergrad in SSN and my master's in Madras Institute of Technology. I've been passionate about science, engineering, and technology from ever since I know myself. So
you did a robotics seminar for tourists with kids recently, right?
Yes.
So he's actually a very smart guy. He's actually a scientist as well. He's actually working on some of my projects and everything. So they're highly skilled professionals who are working as teachers here, teaching the kids. So you don't have every Tom, Dick, and Harry just coming and just saying whatever they want. No, we have actual professionals doing their job here, teaching and building up their skill levels, which is absolutely awesome. So tell me about yourself.
I'm Gladstone, aerospace engineer.
You're a what? Can you repeat that one more time?
Aerospace engineer.
He's an aerospace engineer. Okay.
Yeah, I've been building aircrafts for the last 4 years, I guess now. Building drones, automated aircraft.
He's building drones, aircrafts, automated stuff for the past 4 years, you said?
Yeah.
So he's one of the teachers here teaching all these kids. Isn't that absolutely epic? I mean, just think about the stuff the kids are going to be learning here. I mean, this is crazy. So the kids are sitting here. I mean, most of them are actually outside. You met some of them there. We have some here as well. So we have all the stuff here. What project are you working on?
No, what's the project?
What's the project you're working on?
I'm making a comic.
You're making a comic book. So his project is that he wants to make a comic book. So they're helping him out with that. So what's your project?
My project is RC car.
Remote control.
An RC car, a remote control car. He's actually building one from scratch. So it's actually learning how to make a remote control, radio controlled car, which can be used in many different applications. But isn't that amazing? Kids are learning to do all this stuff at this age. It's absolutely nuts what's happening here.
These are all the basic physics that we learned, and basics of electric stuff, electronics, and AC current, DC current, everything, resistance in series, all these things will be taught.
Right, as time goes by. So, you look at this entire school and you think, I wish I was a part of a school like this. Unfortunately, I was not. My school was pretty boring, so I had to drop out of school at 7th grade and do my own thing and then succeed on my own. But here's the thing, if I had mentors and people like this teaching me and training me when I was a kid, I promise you, I'd have been much further than I am today. I'd have made more millions than I have today. I'd have been much richer than I am today if I actually had people like this teaching me and training me. Unfortunately, I didn't. But here's the thing, these kids have that opportunity. And that's why I'm encouraging everybody watching me today, if you're in and around Chennai, and if you know anybody in and around Chennai, make sure you go to the Life Hub link that is on my Facebook page right now. And I want you to go there and enroll your kids to be a part of this school today. I promise you, you will not regret this. As you know me, I do everything with excellence. And I promise you, everything here is done in excellence, all right? There are no idiots working here. I promise you that. Everybody is a top-notch professional, teaching the kids, imparting into their lives. It's an absolutely epic space of learning. I wish I had a school like this, but whatever. At least I got to be a part of a school like this, at least, whatever. So, just say bye to the people watching us right now. Come on, so depressed. Wait. Bye.
Bye.
No running in the hallway! I always wanted to say that.
You want to went down?
Yeah, let's go back downstairs quickly. But this is what I'm saying. It's such an amazing learning space. Again, like we spoke about the Montessori area here. And like I told you about the mathematics, they learn everything here. Sight, sound, touch. They learn it through all those different ways. They learn mathematics and all kinds of stuff about even geography, topography and all that kind of stuff is all available here where they teach the kids all this stuff. So we just have seen maps. Oh, where is
setting up a library? They're not done.
The library is still being set up. It's just only been a week since the school opened, so.
Yeah. Because we really want.
Hey, buddy. We have him right here. Look at this. Okay. Isn't it amazing? I always wanted to have my own school. Finally, I get to be a part of one. It's so exciting. I can yell at the kids now. No running in the hallway! No skateboarding in the aisles!
No talking while I'm talking.
Yeah, no talking while I'm talking. Let me just quickly show the people again. This is the play area. I already showed you. In the previous videos, if you go down, I actually went through the play area. But why don't I just quickly show them the play area that we're a part of, that we have here as well. Yeah, we're back! So anyway, this place is absolutely epic. And I want to make sure that all of you are a part of this. It's going to be simply awesome. We love you so much. Thank you for joining us today. And say bye to the people watching on camera. Say bye. Bye, people. Bye. I love you. And we're back to the office. Any closing remarks, Pastor Jesudian?
So yeah, kids are a great investment. Kids, we are investing in so many things, and we need to invest the best in our kids. And basically, I was frustrated with the education system myself, and I wanted something better for my kids.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was a selfish reason why I started this, because I wanted.
And that's why you should know it's a good place to bring your kids, because you didn't start for everybody else's kid.
Yeah.
You started because you want your kids to have a place of learning. So that's why it's good for everyone else, because you know what's best for your kid. You're thinking as a father, you know. So that's the most important thing.
Yeah, and as you were telling, 200 years. We were born out of the industrial revolution, where we need a lot of mass workers doing the same thing. That's how this whole education system came, and we are stuck. And one thing you should understand is we are developing kids for a job that does not exist right now.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
When we studied, we didn't have the jobs that we are getting.
Yeah, for example, I've met so many people even in today's world. They're like, whatever I studied, I never used it, in my job at all. And we had to relearn everything and then get into our jobs. I know many of you who have done that as well. You've done your jobs and everything, and then you had to relearn everything when you started the job. But here's the thing, they're preparing kids for the future, for all the things and the jobs of the future that are coming up. So the kids are being prepared for that, so tomorrow they're future ready.
So it's not really about the knowledge, it's about the skills.
It's about the skills.
Research skills, communication skills, interpersonal skills, how to manage their emotions. Emotional intelligence is part of a curriculum. Because at the end of the day, you know everything about science and math and you can't control your emotions, So that's why we have Connects, which is about connections.
Connect, create, cultivate. Why don't you just quickly talk about those three things of life?
We are wired for connection. That's what satisfies us. At the end of the day, relational connection is what satisfies. So we want the kids to have skill sets for connections, for emotional intelligence and relational intelligence. And creativity, creativity can never happen where there is no room for failure.
Right.
So in traditional schools, there is no room for failure.
Right.
You can't fail. You can't afford that.
Right.
That's why creativity is shut down. So here, you're free to take risks, you're pushed to take risks, and you're not a failure until you give up. Right? So that's about creativity. Imagination is really cherished here, and cultivate. So we need to cultivate. Only humans make things better.
Right.
Cows have been here for centuries. They have been just roaming around.
Holy cow.
Yeah. But humans are not like that.
Yeah.
They improve things.
Absolutely.
They can either build or destroy. Right. Because they have this capacity to cultivate.
Yeah.
So those.
We keep talking about the change in our country, change in our nation, and all that stuff. It starts here with these kids. Because it's not going to happen with adults. Adults are not going to change. They're going to live the way they are. They're going to die the way they are. But you can change kids. And when we instill these values and these ideologies that allow them to think big and dream big and not live a mediocre life, that itself will change the face of the country. So what we're doing here is not just we change the education system of the nation of India, then across the world. We believe that we're going to bring a change in all the 7 mountains of influence. Amen. And I believe that's going to be the most important thing.
www.lifehub.in.
Yeah, www.lifehub.in is our website. Please go to the website immediately and be a part of this whole thing. You can come down here for inquiries, and I promise you this: the next first 20 people, that come for an inquiry here to Life Hub, I promise you, when the date is set up, I'll personally come to meet all the 20 people who actually come and come for the inquiry of Life Hub. So I'm going to be here, going to be a part of this. I am a part of this. It's not like I'm not a part of this. Of course I am. And I'm actually one of the investors of this entire thing as well. So I'm not just randomly just walking around here. No, I believe in this. I believe in what we're doing here. I'm telling you, worked his butt off. I promise you this. His church helped him. They stood together. They came up with this thing, not for their selfish reason. They came up with this so that they can change something, to make a difference in something. That's why they came up with this idea. Trust me, this is not some random business that they're trying to make money of. Honestly, right now, they're actually not making any money at all, because the fees are actually so low for a private school like this. If you go anywhere else to find a private school like this, you probably will spending lakhs of rupees. But here, it's actually very cheap. I'm not going to tell you how much. I want you to be a part of this. Go to www.lifehub.in and be a part of this. Come for the inquiry here. And I want to make sure that as many of you, if you know people in and around Chennai, call them immediately. Take your phones, call them immediately, and get to this place. I'm telling you, the space is going to run out really quick in this place. So call immediately, be a part of this. I promise you, you will not regret this. This is the school of the future. All right, listen to me. This is the school of the future. This is where your kid should be. This is where, if you know anybody who has a child, who has a kid, make sure you send them here. And I promise you, we're going to instill values, and we're going to instill, ideologies of dreaming big, having big visions, having big passions, encouraging their dreams, and not just that, creating opportunities for the dreams that they want to fulfill in their lives as well. And I'm gonna be a direct part of this whole thing. And to such an extent, when a kid has a dream and we see them excelling in it, I'm personally going to be a part of their development and their growth. And I'm going to introduce them to opportunities where they can continue to grow in that particular area. So I'm going to be a part of this consistently all the time. We're here together. One's a pastor, one's an evangelist. What greater place to send your kid than this? I would kill for a place like this. The day I have kids, I'm going to make sure I send them to this school. By then, we'll have multiple schools across India and across the world. So the next one's going to come up in Bangalore very soon. So keep your eyes open for that. But, we're excited about this. Be a part of us. We love you so much. And we appreciate that you're going to be coming here and meeting with us and being a part of this whole thing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Exciting times ahead. We're so excited about this, about the kids. We are excited about kids, nothing else. Excited about what's in them. They're learning machines and just want to create an environment.
I'm so excited about this. My gosh, I can't tell you. This man is a visionary. That's what I'll tell you. And I'm so excited, man. I'm telling you, there's so much joy in my spirit today about this whole thing. And I want everybody to be a part of this. I'm telling you, make sure you are a part of this. It's going to be absolutely awesome. I can't wait for all of you to be part of this journey of Life Hub. We love you. Looking forward to seeing you again. God bless you. See you soon. Bye-bye.